Okay, so I wanted to hop back on and share more about our cloth diaper journey. Obadiah's here, and I'm hoping he'll be happy the whole time I try and record something. But I have learned something since having him now, obviously. I don't know if you watched my previous video. I really just wanted to make a video so that way anyone who's looking into cloth diapering, this can help you in your research, because I know I did a ton before I jumped into my cloth diapering journey. And I only want to make a video because I found only like 3 or 4 videos covering specifically Esembly brand diapers, and that's what we decided to use. So I just wanted to add another video to YouTube. So if you're researching and trying to decide what brand you want to use, I can tell you my experience, and it'll hopefully help you decide on if you want to use Esembly or another brand. So that's my goal in sharing this video. So I'll be covering what I've learned from Esembly. My last video, I talked about what I was planning on doing, how I was going to be saving money, what I was going to be using specifically, and that was before I had my baby, who is now almost 6 months, so we've been doing it solidly for 6 months. I had planned on doing 100% only cloth diapers, but I have found that if we're going on a road trip, which we've only done a couple times, not very often because he's not a great car rider, or just going to be spending a whole day in town, I just prefer to have disposables on hand. They're a little easier to use. So anyway, that's going to be some of what I'm sharing in this video, is what I've learned now having a baby and what's worked for us, and why I really love the brand Esembly, and that's what we've been using. So first thing I want to remember that I shared in my previous video, I was talking about saving money, and something I did was I bought a little tote-sized disposable. So when you use a cloth diaper, you're going to throw it in this wet bag. And I had watched another girl's video, and she said she just bought these little ones that were cheaper. I think she got hers. I don't remember where she said she got hers. I got mine from Target. I did that because instead of buying the $35 one from Esembly, I was like, oh, I'll save money and I'll get the $15 one from Target. And I did that, and actually I'm really glad I did end up getting it, but I actually ended up getting that $35 one from Esembly as well, because the one that I got from Target it's a really good size, but it is not good for using multiple days, as in especially once he moved up a size. So now Obadiah, he's a big boy, so he's now in the size 2, and there's no way I could fit more than 5 or 6 size 2 diapers in that little wet bag that I got from Target. So I ended up getting the $35 one from Esembly, and I love it. I'm glad I ended up getting it. So I hope that whoever watched the previous video is now watching this video and will learn from my mistake. It's really not a mistake. I still love and use the one that I got from Target. I'll take it with us on trips. I use it, so if I take the big one that I got from Esembly, I'll take that one and I'll wash all the diapers in that, and while those are all washing, I'll still have some leftover diapers that I can change him with while those are in the wash, and I'll throw those dirty ones in the little Target bag, so that way they're not just sitting on the floor. Which is funny because I say that, but I actually have a dirty diaper sitting on the floor because I ended up using all of my wet bags. We went swimming this last weekend, so I had to use it. So I had to throw all my wet bags in, both the Esembly one and the Target one, in the wash. So when I went to change them, I had to just set the dirty one on the floor, and that's what you have to do sometimes. So, by the way, that's dried now, so all I'm going to do is just go get those wet bags and put that dirty one in the wet bag. So that's something I've learned since my previous video, and I would recommend getting the big wet bag because you're going to need a lot of space, because you're going to put probably around 20 dirty diapers, maybe, depending on how much your baby wets and how often you change them. If you're washing every 2 days or if you're washing every day, whatever you decide to do, but you're probably going to want this. You're probably going to want the bigger wet bag. Oh, so this might help you decide on if you want to use Esembly or not. I know there are a lot of different, he's trying to crawl. It's so cute. There are a lot of different brands and they all have different styles. I know there's like the pocket style and the, I don't know all. There's like the fold it yourself style. I chose Esembly for 2 reasons. It seemed super simple, and everything that I've read from Esembly is that they said that they're blowout proof and you won't have any poopy leaks anywhere. And I was like, that sounds great. I don't want to have to deal with that. So that's why I went with Esembly. And I can honestly say I have had 1 blowout. And let me tell you, it was because I was using them wrong. And that's something that's also great about Esembly, because I was actually pretty ticked off. He was probably 2 weeks-ish old, and I'd stuck him in his Esembly diapers, and I was super excited. And actually, let me back up, rewind. I need to start from the beginning. The first week that he was here, we used only disposables. 1, because he was so little, and I was worried about his umbilical cord getting irritated from the cloth diapers. And 2, I didn't want meconium all over the cloth diapers. I didn't want to have to try and figure out how to deal with that. So essentially, I just left him in disposables until his umbilical cord nub thing fell off. So I remember I was really excited. He's about a week and a half old, somewhere. I don't remember exactly how old he was, but his umbilical cord fell off, and I was like, okay, we can put him in cloth diapers. I put him in literally like 10 seconds after I put him in his first cloth diaper. He just pooped all over the place, but it caught everything. It was good. It was several days later that I was holding him, and I felt something on my leg, and I looked, and there was poop, and that was fun, and I was ticked, because I was like, hey, I bought these diapers because they said that they were blowout proof, and they're not. So I messaged them pretty quickly, because I was just, you don't really do much the first couple of weeks of having a baby. I was just sitting there holding my baby. So I got on my phone, I messaged them, trying not to be angry. I was just like, hey, kind of disappointed, the diapers didn't work. Sent them a picture of the poop on my leg, and they responded so quick. She asked, he's like upside down, are you okay, bud? Are you okay? Do I need to come help you? He's got himself like twisted. It's so cute. You're good, huh? You're good. So anyway, I sent her a picture. I think Liz responded to me. She's the co-founder of, anyway, she's responded to a lot of my stuff, which is awesome. A lot of my questions. So sent them a picture of the poop, and she was like, well, did you wash them before you had him wear them? And I was like, no, I thought they were clean when I got them. You should wash everything before you put it on. That's just common sense. I just didn't do it. And I was like, no, I didn't do that. And she was like, and it looks like he has really scrawny chicken legs. I would recommend they have, let me show you. They have these little ruffles, the inners do. And so this is the bigger size. He was wearing the size 1, so they're smaller. She was like, just tuck those in. So when you put them on, just tuck them in so they're like this, and that'll keep the poop in, because he had like tiny little chicken legs when he was first born. And so it just kind of slid right out. And as soon as I did that, I never had a problem again. And I also washed all of them. She did say they shrink a little, the first couple washes. So I washed them and washed all the ones I hadn't washed yet. And then started sticking the ruffles in, and it stayed in, and I have not had a problem since. He's not blown out, because the reason why you don't have a blowout is because you have these 2 pieces. So you have the inner, which is just, you have all of your cloth stuff that catches everything, and you put it on them, you go to the size that they need to go to, and then you have the outer, which then goes on over it, like this, and they both, so the outer and the inner both have these elastics, and what has happened on a couple of times is that he'll leak out, like it'll poop out of this one, it'll come out, but because you have the outer, it catches it, like it doesn't. I've never had it come out of this one since that first time. You will probably get poop in this. It doesn't happen every time, but it does happen on occasion when it'll come out of this one. But because this one is covering it up, it doesn't get on you or on the baby's clothes or anything like that. So that is really something that I love about Esembly, is that they're blowout proof, and they claim that on their website and everything, and I've found it to be true so far, except for that one time. But that was kind of user error. So that was something I wanted to share that I really like about Esembly. Things that I needed to know when I was doing research. I really just wanted to hear from people on if Esembly worked, and I would say that it does, and then I really love how well the company is run and how well they take care of their customers. And like I said, anytime I had a question, they got back to me really quick. Oh, something else that I had a problem with was we live out in the countryside and we have well water, so the water that we use is pretty hard. And that's something they have talked about. Like if you read their instructions online, they'll talk about if you have hard water, you might have to change the way that you launder them. So that is something that happened with us. I don't remember around what time it was that I noticed. I want to say about a month in, I was like, man, these stink. Like the strong, like ammonia smell. It smelled really bad. And so I messaged, I think I usually go through Instagram. I'll message them. They get back really fast on Instagram. I think this time I emailed them. I know at one point her and I were sending emails back and forth, and I know it was about laundry. So anyway, you can do it either way. I emailed them and was like, hey, I'm having problems with them smelling really bad. And so she responded, super helpful. It was just like, do you have hard water? Do you know how hard your water is? If you know how hard it is, I can like give you an exact laundry routine that'll be great for you. And I didn't know how hard it was, so she just asked me to send her a picture of my washer, and she told me which settings to put it on, and she told me how to fix the ammonia smell. Anyway, so that was super helpful. I actually did. So it went away, and it started coming back, so I messaged her again. She's like, okay, so I'm assuming your water's harder than we originally thought it was, so I want you to do this. And since that moment, it's gotten better, and we've not had a problem. So that's another reason why I really like Esembly, is because there's been a couple times I haven't talked to Liz. I don't know who it was I was talking to, but someone will get to you and they'll answer your questions, and it'll be super helpful. I've not had a blowout with my Esembly diapers. I've not had any other kind of issues with my Esembly diapers. They've held up the whole 5 months that we've been using them. I say all their products are great, so I use their laundry detergent. I use their, this stuff, their wipe, what is this? It's like you spray the cloth wipes with this, the wipe solution. I have their rash cream, but he hasn't honestly needed it, so I haven't really used it a whole lot. I used it a lot when he was little just because I wanted to make sure he was doing good, but he didn't need it. The only thing I have not tried from them is their flushers, which I actually just ordered in my last order from them. I order regularly to restock the detergent and the spray. I can never think of what that's called. Wipe solution. I think that's what it's called. So with the last order, I ordered the tossers, or the flushers. Tossers or flushers. because he's starting solids, and they recommend putting those bamboo liners in the cloth diapers so you can just take the poo out and flush them or trash them. Really? Are you excited about that? Are you excited to be eating real food? So that way you can still wash your your cloth diapers and not have a bunch of chunky poo in there. So that is something, the only thing I have not tried, and I will be trying as soon as I get them. I just ordered them, so within the next week or so. I've not had any problems with Esembly. They do take a little while to ship, but I always just get the cheapest shipping option, so I really can't complain there. I want to say about 2 weeks sometimes, I feel like. During COVID, it took a little bit longer, but of course it's COVID, so everybody was taking forever to ship things, so you can't blame Esembly for that. They run pretty good sales. Yeah, I've not had a problem with Esembly, and that's the main reason why I wanted to make this video, was to talk about the brand that we're using and hopefully help you if you're trying to decide on what you want to use. It's totally up to you what you want. Some other things, if you're just wanting some helpful tips on how to cloth diaper and how I've been doing it. I talked about it earlier. I thought I was going to 100% use only cloth diapers, but no. I use disposables if we are going to be out all day. So what I'll do is just put them in a disposable before we leave, put a bunch of disposables in our diaper bag, and then I just change them and throw it away. I've done it several times. It's not like it's impossible. It's super easy to just take that like Target wet bag, or Esembly has a smaller day bag, like wet bag, that you can put your wet diapers in out and about. It's really easy to do that. I am just very forgetful. So the couple times that I've done that, because I have a huge like backpack diaper bag, I carry the wet bag in the diaper bag, and as soon as we get home, he's like fussing, or I need to eat or make dinner, or something's going on, and I just put my diaper bag there, and I'm pretty sure there was like a time that I forgot about a diaper for like a week. And so it just worked out better for us and the way that we live our life and the way that I'm very forgetful, to do disposables when we're out for a road trip or out on the town all day. It's just easier for us. So that's what we've been doing. I said in my last video that I was going to make stuff, and I've yet to do that because it's just easier to order from Esembly. For me, it's just easier to not make the things. I know that it would probably save money if we made some of the things, but I just have not done that. Change of scenery, because it's the next day. I had to cut the last video short. I'm editing videos, and I'm planning on just staying home all day, so I haven't done my hair. So, yeah, I wanted to add something that I didn't talk about yesterday, which is cloth diaper size and how it affects the clothes that your baby wears, because that is not something that I took into consideration when looking for or considering buying cloth diapers. So all I wanted to share really is that cloth diapers make your baby's booty quite a bit bigger than it actually is, and that affects the clothes that your baby can wear. So he very quickly sized out of a lot of his clothes, and I kind of attribute that to him being a big baby, and also kind of attribute that to cloth diapers, because right now what I have is a wide range of clothes from about 6 months to about 18 months that he can fit into. And so if he's wearing a disposable, he can fit in the clothes that are about 6 to, there's a couple that he can fit in that are 12 months. And if he's wearing his cloth diaper, he can definitely not fit in the 6-month clothes. They are too small with the cloth diaper. But he can wear some of the 9-month clothes, most of the 12-month clothes, and the rest are like 18 months. So that is about where we're at the moment, is the wide range of clothes. So if we're like going out for the day, if we're going out on the town, I know we're going to be out all day or over the weekend, and using disposable diapers, then I will pack him the smaller clothes. If we're going to stay at the house, or if we're only going to go to town real quick and he's just going to wear cloth diapers, then I will have him wear the bigger clothes. So that's where we're at on that, is just a wide range of clothes, because we're going in between, back and forth between disposables and cloth. So we have a wide range of clothes sizes sitting in our room. So that is something else I wanted to share that I didn't take into consideration when cloth diapering. I have him here if you want to see a cute little cloth baby butt. Here, I'll show you. Oh, he's wearing a cloth diaper right now, so you can tell he's a bumping. Huh? You got a big booty. You got a big booty. Look at that booty. It's like this much of it is cloth diaper, and it like goes down real thick. He's wearing disposable. All of this stuff right here, I don't know if you can see, all of this right here would not be here if he was wearing a disposable diaper, and it comes around to the front. It's pretty thick. So anyway, thanks for watching this video, and we appreciate, I don't know what we appreciate because we don't make any money off these videos. It's just helpful tips for you guys. Hope you find the cloth diapers of your dreams, and that they work out wonderfully for you, and that you have absolutely no problems whatsoever. Okay, so I'm back. Fun story. We decided to actually leave the house today and get some stuff done, and I put him in a disposable because that's what we do when we go out of the house. And this little guy pooped right out of his pants, so we had to take his little cute little shorts off that he was wearing just a second ago, because that's the problem we have with disposables, is this guy just likes to blow them up. So that's why we love Esembly, is because we don't have those blow-ups and we don't ruin our shorts when we wear Esembly. But I wanted to put him in a disposable today when we went out, and he pooped in his pants. So that's what you get when you have a big boy with big poops and you don't use cloth diapers. That's what he says. So that's what happened to us today. That's our story. And this is how we are now ending the video. This is how we're now ending the video.